All right, let's do it again. What's up? What's up? What's up? And welcome to the What's Up Falcons podcast. My name is Rock with my mic on this time, and I'm joined with my boy Q in the house. What's going on, Q?
Rock, man, what's going on, man? New day, new season.
Man, yeah. New day, new season.
But it appears we're being served the same food reheated.
Yes, sir. It
But
it
are
is.
we? But are we?
That is the question, man. But you know what? We're gonna investigate this shit and figure it out. because because we can't do this another season, man. Hell to the no. Not like that. Not like that.
Hey, man, it was an exciting game. I gotta say, on as a whole, week one of the NFL was just amazing all around between the Pittsburgh game and the Colts game, watching Matty Ice, and last night's
Yeah.
Monday night game, watching your boy Russell Wilson. There were just some exciting games out there.
Yeah, it was, man. Around the league, man. Yeah, there was some great games going on around the league. I didn't get to catch a lot of them. I got a lot of recaps, but from what I saw, I did catch the last, maybe 2 minutes of the Seattle and Denver game, man. And yeah, man, it's just scary. It almost reminded me of our game, but yeah, there's a lot going on around the league.
Football has made it back, and so has the cooler temperatures in Atlanta.
Exactly, man. It's like, we're starting back up. But we want to thank everybody for checking us out here though at the What's Up Falcons podcast. Don't forget you can hit us up on Twitter at What's Up Falcons. Send us your messages or comments or whatever. You can check us out on all the places you get your podcasts, and even over at sportsdrink.com, which is our used to be Armchair All American, but they changed it to sportsdrink.com. And you should check it out, man. Their Twitter site is pretty cool. I like what they're doing now. So, yeah. So, we're back, man. This is the first show of this season, man. And, not the start that I was hoping for. Uh, you know what, Q? I think what we saw Sunday, I think it is a master class on how to lose a fan base in 3 hours.
While the outcome wasn't what we wanted, the first three quarters gave me hope that there might be something new brewing in Atlanta, and I like I like what I'm smelling.
Uh, yeah, see, I'm with you. You saw how I was during preseason. I was
Mhm.
telling you guys. I mean, it's looking good, man. They're looking exciting. They're looking hungry, man, and they came out that way for 3 quarters. But man, out of all the games to lose, I'm not really mad that they lost. I'm mad how they lost and who they lost to.
Yeah, I'm mad about both because I got a feeling those stinky ass Saints fans are gonna have some T-shirts made the next time we play them
Do you
in
blame them?
in New Orleans because we had them at halftime. I mean, at halftime, you thought to yourself, if this wasn't the Atlanta Falcons, you thought to yourself, I could change the channel and watch another game.
I know,
But
man.
but with it being the Falcons, you got to stick around and watch them do what they do. And unfortunately, what they do is go to that soft zone, that prevent defense. They don't bring the heat for 4 quarters, and it
Yeah.
caught up to them, man. It caught up to them.
It did, man. And I'm so mad at myself, man, because the entire first half, the first 3 quarters, I was like all over Twitter, just talking mess. I'm like, oh my god, what am I seeing? This is it. I tried to tell y'all, this is it.
Man, why do you get you can't get on Twitter in a Falcons game until the final bell to the
I know, man, but it's good to get the comments from everybody and see how feel how everybody's feeling. And I gotta admit this: Falcons Twitter was on point. Everyone was happy with what they saw, but we all were a little, skeptical about it. I even tweeted something out to Toby D, and Toby D was like, I was asking how they're feeling about it, and this was at halftime. And Toby's like, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but this is the Falcons, so I'm not going to say anything until the clock hits zero.
yeah to that final clock hit zero. And unfortunately, we got bit by that bug that bites us it feels like every single game we have a nice, comfortable lead in. It's amazing.
Well, you can call it a bug. I call it what I've been calling it, the damn curse. The curse is real, man. You cannot tell me this team is not cursed at this point. You
We're,
cannot tell me.
listen, we're the only team in the NFL that has more games on NFL Instant Classics than any other team.
I know,
They're
man.
all instant classics because the other team comes back and wins in spectacular
It
fashion.
doesn't
It's
matter.
crazy.
It is. It's a curse. How else can you explain that, man? We've gotten rid of everything that we thought in the past was the bad thing. We got rid of all these players. We got rid of coaches. Only thing we didn't get rid of was Arthur Blank, and we can't get rid of. Do we need to get rid of his ass?
No, he's the money man, and we ain't getting rid of him. No, the only thing we haven't gotten rid of is that soft defense we go to once we get a comfortable lead. We got to be like the Pittsburgh Steelers that bring the blitz.
But that's what
Pittsburgh blitzes more in the fourth quarter than any team in the NFL. That team needs to be the Falcons with the way we're losing games in the fourth quarter. We need to be the new highest blitzing team in the NFL to secure some of these wins. And I don't even know if that would help, but it's a start.
It is a start, man. And I'm hoping that Arthur Smith learned something the hard way. He got his ass embarrassed on the level of what DQ got at the Super Bowl. And some would say this could be worse.
It was worse. Well, maybe not. I mean, that was the Super Bowl. But, I mean, it was pretty bad because it's the Saints. It's like if any team's going to do that to you, don't let the Saints do it to you. Exactly. I know the rivalry is not the same as it was in the past, but still.
Well, I mean, I don't know who prepped this dude if he didn't do his research about the rivalry we have with the Saints, that how real it is and how the fans get into it on both sides. If he didn't know, his ass knows now.
Yeah, he knows now.
His ass knows now that this is like, dude, you cannot do this.
Arthur's like, hey, see, it's the Saints. See,
it's the Saints. See, I thought I told you. See, what happened? See, I thought we had a conversation. See, you're killing me. See,
you're killing me. See,
yeah, man. So, I mean, if you guys saw that, we lost to the Saints by 1 point, which we weren't supposed to. We had that game. We won that game, but like he was saying, we got soft at the end, man. I mean,
and you needed that win to stop the bleeding because the schedule doesn't get any easier.
Yeah,
coming up. I mean, you got the Rams that just took an L, so the Rams are smelling blood right now.
Exactly. I mean, this is the only team. Name another team. This is the only team that is consistent for it's going on, getting close to 10 years on finding ways to lose.
Man, we even let the Lions come back here before last.
I know. And it's not other teams just whooping our ass at all. We're doing it to ourselves.
We are.
It's been going on. It's been going on since the Super Bowl.
You're right. Yeah, right about this. Yeah.
It's been going on since then, man. I mean, we can't shake that, man. Even if we got rid of everything else, they cannot shake that. Stink is on the facility, man.
I mean, I don't know if it's the play calling or what, but it just seems like the offense relaxes and the defense goes on vacation.
Yeah.
And it just leads to just killer comebacks that get you put on instant classic games.
But and that's how it's always been, and that's how we knew it, and we could we can set our watch to it. But based off what they were doing, it seemed like that had changed, man. The defense was like, they were lights out. They were going bananas, man. We had 4 or 5 sacks. They were flying everywhere. Grady Jarrett was a damn beast. I mean, the Saints were waking up having nightmares of Grady Jarrett coming at him, man. He was just running through fools and Cardell Patterson. I mean, we were doing everything right.
You know where it went wrong? It was right around the time the Saints went to a no-huddle offense.
Yeah.
And the Falcons went into a soft zone or a prevent type defense. And right around there, things just went haywire, and there was no recovering from it.
Exactly. We'll talk more about why they did that, which I think is a bullshit excuse, but I don't know, man. I just don't know anymore. It's hard, man. It's really hard to be a fan of this team. I
It
love
is.
them, but it's so hard, man. It is so hard.
If you take away all those wins, all those losses we had last year, where we were in the lead going into the fourth,
Yeah,
or had a big halftime lead, I mean, we probably could have been a playoff team one of those seasons, either last year or the year before.
of
I
course.
mean, we gave away a lot of games. I mean, I
We
can just
did.
rattle off just so many games we just gave away. I'm thinking if those are all W's and not L's, we might have had a chance of making a wild card or something.
I mean, do you think at this point it's just a mental cloud that they can't shake? No matter what they bring in here right now, they still haven't figured out how to shake that mental cloud of the embarrassment we've had since the Super Bowl.
I'm starting to think what it is depth and conditioning. I think we're just tiring out because I feel like they're trying to bring the heat, trying to make plays, but they just don't. So I'm just wondering if are they not conditioned to go four quarters? Is that something they need to work on?
Well, I'm sure it is, and and I'm sure that's why they changed it up because the way those guys were at it for 3 quarters, uh, they got tired, and but you're supposed to, yeah, we are lacking depth, I suppose, but the other team probably are too. So I'm like, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, but they got. Arthur Smith has to figure this out, man. Welcome to Atlanta, motherfucker. That's all I got to say to him.
Well, I mean, he's already got a year under his belt, so he knows. But
Oh, he knows now. That was before. It was like he could blame that on DQ, but now he can't.
I agree. I
You
agree.
know, but yeah, well, yeah, man. It's oh my. All right, let's. I hope Aries would jump in. If he doesn't, it's all good. But let's do our normal show a little bit. Let's go on our good, our bad, and ugly of this game, and see if we can figure it out. All right. Let's do the good, the bad, and the ugly. 2023 style, y'all. All right, Q. Now this is the easy one, but out of all that, what was the bad that you can that really pissed you off in this game?
Starting with the bad,
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's been that long. Good. What good did you see? There was a lot of good.
there was a lot of good. One thing I saw that I really liked was the dedication to the run. I saw that we had 38 rushing attempts for, I believe, 201 yards. I don't know what that breaks down to, yards per carry,
Right.
but that shows you they had a game plan. And the game plan was run, run, run. So,
Right.
and with Marcus Mariota, I was happy to see we were sticking to a game plan of run. 38 rushing attempts in a game. That's the highest I've seen probably in a really long time. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so my good is I'm glad they picked something and stuck to it.
Until they got to the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Well, this is my good. So,
All right. Well, that's a good man. Yeah, I agree with you on that. The run game definitely improved. I mean, that we hadn't seen a run game like that since we had Michael Turner here, man. Because CP, that old man was knocking fools over.
oh yeah, oh
He
yeah.
was he was running through fools, man. You couldn't stop CP. You could not stop him, man.
But I felt like he didn't have any backup. Did we only come into the game with one or two
Well,
running backs, or what?
Williams got injured. We had Williams out there. He got
Okay,
injured.
I do remember seeing him get a couple carries. So he got injured, and then who was CP's backup? Because I felt like,
Is it Al? What's his name? Algier or whatever.
did he dress out though? Was he out
I'm not.
there?
Some people are saying that he was, and some saying he wasn't. So I'm not really sure what was going on there. But I think he, somebody was dressed up, but they just kept relying on CP because he was getting it done. So they didn't. I don't know, And then I guess they would switch up. But he let's look at his stats. What did he have? He had 22 carries. So
That's more than half the carries out of those 38 they had. That's
yep,
crazy. 22 carries. How
yep.
many yards did he have?
120 yards.
Okay, yeah.
So so he held the rock a lot. So, but I want to talk about him doing that a little later. My good, man, I'm going to give my good just to the defense as a whole because we've been hard on those guys for years now. And I think Dean P started out really good what he had. I mean, you saw guys flying around. You saw all those sacks. We were getting to Jameis. We had Jameis on his hills. He couldn't do anything. We got all up in his face. And when you're all in Jameis's face, that's when he becomes 30 for 30 or he just, he totally loses it. And we did that for 3 solid quarters. So I got to give that to the defense for doing that for at least 3 quarters. And I'm gonna because we rarely get the defense a good, and that was a really good performance for their first time coming out playing against the Saints. So I totally get the defense as a whole was my good.
Yeah, it looked like a new look defense there for a while.
Exactly. Everything on the defense, man. All right, give me a bad.
My bad is that second half defensive play calling, man. It just seems like I don't know if they're getting too comfortable or they're gassed and they're trying to let everybody catch their breath and try to go into I don't know, but I don't understand why we keep going into the same defense that it seems like we've been going into for the past 4 years that lets us down in the fourth quarter every
Right,
year. But my bad was just
right.
that defense, man. Just going soft zone.
Okay, good. Well, you know what? To defend the defense on that, I would say I would aim that at Dean Pease. That's his fault. I wouldn't give it to those players because those players are playing so well in those first 3 quarters that
True.
I can't give it to them. I have to give it to Dean Pease on that bad. But I hear what you're saying. All right, well, my bad, man. I'm gonna give it to somebody who I really like, but he played like complete ass. He reminded me of Desmond Trufant for a little bit, but I had to get it to AJ Terrell, man. I love AJ. I was thinking about getting his jersey, man, but
He caught a stiff arm during that game that made me just laugh my ass off. I couldn't believe it.
I'm like, AJ, did you remember you had a game, man? What the hell was that? Yeah, man, not a good game for AJ, but you know what? I still have hope in AJ. I know he'll turn that around. He has to make that up. But yeah, that wasn't a good look for him. So I got to give AJ Terrell my bad.
I don't blame you.
All right, man. So let's go to ugly, or I decided to rename the ugly on specifically for this episode, booty cheeks. What
Okay.
was the booty cheeks to you of this game?
Um, Booty
Or
cheeks on this game. Let's see here.
you want me to go?
I've already clowned the defense. I guess I was gonna go. I guess I was gonna go defensive play calling, but
You
I
can do
guess
that.
I guess yeah. I guess it was defensive play calling.
All
But
right.
I don't know though. It just feels like again. It just felt like they got tired out too. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
who knows what the defense was calling compared to what they actually did on the field.
Oh man, we got some comments in here. We got Jazzy Jeff from Real Talk Sports. No gimmicks in the house. What's up, Jeff? And let's see what Jeff said. Man, Jeff said we went wrong when Marcus Mariota fumbling in the red zone late in the game, trying to run and take on 2 to 3 defenders, not sliding. If we just hit a field goal on that drive, we win this game. You're right, Jeff.
Mariota had two bad plays. It was the fumble and it was something else. Was it
Exactly,
the
man.
snap? Was there a snap that went wrong?
Uh, yeah, it was that fumble from the snap, the last snap that he had, and that was my booty cheeks moment. Is Marcus Mariota fumbling uh in the red zone, like what Jeff said. You are what 3 years in, 3 4 years in the NFL as a quarterback, right? Q something like
Probably
that.
more than that. Yeah. But yeah.
But you're doing rookie type things like fumbling the ball when we need it. It's like, what the hell was that? I mean, and not sliding, and you're trying to run through folks, man. You're not Cam Newton.
I said something during the game. I said, "Okay, White Michael Vick. Yeah, he's no Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill can take a hit and keep going. He's
That
no
is
Taysom
true.
Hill. I don't know what he was thinking, and I'm not sure why no one pulled him aside after that and said, "Hey, yo, calm it down."
I'm pretty sure they did.
I hope they did. But hey, there's a reason we got that brother on discount.
Right, right. And there's a reason why I think we're going to be seeing Desmond Ritter sooner than later. Because
Maybe. I hope so. Well, you know what? Well, it's too soon. Mariota had a really good game.
he
Some
did.
bumbleheaded plays in the fourth quarter, but
Right,
I still would roll with him again.
right,
I'm
right.
still going to go with him over a rookie in that situation.
I mean, yeah, I'm not totally throwing him out, but you know, I,
He's
you
on
know,
notice.
yeah, he is definitely on notice. Oh, we got a tweet from Mark. Mark helps us promote the show, and he said we got. What did he say? He said that we benched him like Deion Jones, like he was Deion Jones.
Oh
Nah,
my
Mark.
goodness,
I
Mark.
know. Nah, Mark. I don't know if you're watching the show or not, but nah, bro. I just hadn't been a lot of things have been happening, bro. We haven't benched you. Trust. We need you.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, man. So yeah, man. I was hoping Aries would come in. I'm definitely down to hear his good, bad, and ugly. But overall, man, I would, you know, want to get the rant out first. But going forward, they like we said, they did give us something to be a little, hopeful about for at least 3 quarters, and hopefully they can fix this fourth quarter crap.
I mean, I could see why they brought Marcus Mariota over.
Right,
It was working out until it didn't work out in the fourth quarter. But nerves happen. First game of the season, a lot of stuff going on.
right.
But
He gets a
I'm,
pass.
I'm, I'm. He gets a pass, and I'm still excited
All
about what
right.
can be. I think this is a team. If you take away, bad defensive play calling, this is a team that's going to win some games this season. Maybe not a whole bunch, but more than I think we thought,
Yeah,
or at least
definitely.
get people excited because I was kind of excited for the first half. After the first half, at least at halftime, I was like, oh wow.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And yeah, I'm still excited, man, what they can do. I mean, if they just fix this stuff, you know, because this was supposed to be a win. I think even the Saints knew that they were scared that that we were going to beat them. You can't tell me that they weren't sweating it a little bit, even though they didn't act like it, starting to fight folks and all that. What the hell is that all about?
I think they were sweating it, but at the same time, I think in the back of everyone's head, everyone said, "Let's wait till the whistle, to that final whistle."
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. So, all right, man. Yeah, so not a good first look out of the gate. It brings back PSD if you're a Falcons fan, and
Hmm.
and man, and that dome was rocking. I know you said something earlier. You saw a lot of empty seats, but man, I saw other views. That dome was rocking, man, with Falcons fans as well as Saints fans.
I did say that early in the game. The dome was rocking. I did hear something on the radio though that someone that was at the game said on the radio on 92.9. They said there was a lot of Saints fans there though, and they thought that it was as many Saints fans as Falcons fans, which
Yeah,
isn't surprising. But I mean, we got to get Falcons fans in the dome, man,
we do, man.
or
But
the Mercedes-Benz stadiums rather.
but we can't do that if we're blowing leads, man. If we're just if we're choking. We are known for choking, and I guarantee you there were a lot of Saints fans that knew that choke was coming.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know, so until they can figure that out, man. I mean, not even have to win that, but not choke it away, man. 16 points ahead. I mean, man, that just can't happen anymore, man. That just can't happen. And out of all that, man, I don't blame. Only player that I'm really pointing a little finger at is Marcus Mariota. But my big
He's
finger.
taking the heat, but the defense needs to take some of that heat too. He
No,
should have been under all that pressure after having a what was it, a 16-point lead at half.
right.
He shouldn't have been under all that pressure anyways. Though he should have just been making simple handoffs and so.
Well, for me, man, I'm not even blaming the defense's players. I'm blaming coaching, and it starts with Arthur Smith. He's still, this is second, time coaching as second year coaching as a full time head coach, man, and
But he's been in the league for a while. He knows the game.
he knows the game. He knows how to be an offensive coordinator, but that's different from being the head coach.
But
Because
most
we,
importantly, though, he knew the flaws of the Falcons when he inherited the Falcons, and we're still seeing those same flaws. If I
yeah,
was the head coach, at least I'd have the defense playing all four quarters, and maybe we don't win games, but I'd be like, hey, man, hey, I clearly fixed that flaw where we were, collapsing and going into soft zone and preventing the fourth.
right, right. I don't know, man, but all right. Speaking of Arthur Smith, man, you listening to the What's a Fox podcast? So did you hear about his presser afterwards after the game?
So I heard about the presser, but I did not hear the presser.
Well, here, let me pop it up and we can watch. We don't have to watch the entire thing. I got it from the newscast.
I just want to hear the good part.
Okay. We can't wait. So write whatever y'all want. The same guys that you guys ranked as 45th, you buried us in May. Bury us again. We don't care. We'll get back to work. Thank you.
This one stings for Atlanta. There is no doubt about that. This new look Falcon.
So did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
I mean,
clearly a guy that doesn't want to be around next season.
I mean, I didn't show the entire presser, but that was the biggest part everyone's talking about because he kind of it seemed like he got in his feelings to the media. He said, they had him buried, but they don't care because, they're going to do their thing. But don't get mad at the media. They didn't lose the game.
Yeah. And no one cares if you have them buried.
Yeah.
It's how the game ends.
Yeah. No, he was saying that the media had the Falcons buried.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was saying that during training camp.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, rightfully so, though.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all hadn't done anything. And then
it's not like he's a first-year head coach coming in and he said, give me a shot. No, right. No. You've already had a shot last year and you did the same shit. So, of course we're going to bury you.
Exactly. That's their job. They're doing their job, man. And they're not burying you saying that we suck and all that, but they're being real. They're like, we're not projected to win that many games, because we got new players and we don't have Matt Ryan anymore. We have a new quarterback. He's gotten to his feelings. I mean,
Matt Ryan wouldn't win that game on Sunday anyways either.
Hell no. Not in the least. But I mean, I get that he's pissed off and mad. He's always pissed off. But I'm like, don't get mad at the messengers, man, the media. We're on your side. We want you to win. But when you blow it that big. Well, anyway, he came back to apologize kind of yesterday, but
you got that?
I have to look.
Oh, no, don't worry if you don't.
Yeah, but he kind of said that comment wasn't aimed at the crowd, which I guess he meant by the media that was there. He was just saying that, it was passionate, he was heated, but he's like, it all falls on me, it's my fault, but we just got to get better. I'm like, oh, right.
Well, let him know he does not want to piss off D. Orlando Ledbetter.
Yeah, you don't want to get D. Orlando pissed off, man. Not at all. All right, man. But yeah, man. So, come on, coach. It's all good. We like your passion, man. And we like what you did the first 3 quarters. Just clean that shit up, bro. All right. Let me ask you this. Pose a question to you, Q. Do you think when he prepared for this and they came out there, do you think they were playing to win or they're playing not to lose?
No, I think they were playing to win. This is a Saints team without Drew Brees. This is a Saints team that's on paper on the same level as us. This isn't a Saints team of the past. So, I mean, yeah. I think he was playing to win.
Well, it seemed like they were playing to win in the first 3 quarters.
And that's where the miscommunication that I would love to hear a reporter ask that question, like, what happened in the fourth? Like, what did you change up? Like, I mean, obviously we don't know. We don't have that inside knowledge, but I mean, what changed?
And like I
And I
said,
know you had I know you know Mariota messed up twice late in the game, but by that point, I mean, the writing was on the wall anyways.
what happened was that whatever they were doing to get Jameis rattled, they went away from it. And once Jameis got in his rhythm, I mean, we make fun of Jameis all the damn time, man, but dude has an arm. And if he has the time to get it there, he'll get it there. And he got into his rhythm and they couldn't stop it.
I agree, but it was kind of weird though, the way the whole thing played out. It's like Jameis got hurt,
Yeah.
and then he came back, and then he played better than he played before he got hurt.
You
I
think
don't
they
know,
juiced
man.
him up? You think they juiced him up in that tent?
No. Jameis Winston is crazy. There's nothing you can do. There's no coaching you could do. The man said he had pain all over. Do we have that sound bite?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I got the video. Yeah, the man. Yeah. Let me. I was saving that, but why not? Let's play it now.
You went into the medical tent at one point, came back out, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. What was the difference for you guys?
I just started praying. I was in pain, but I trust my teammates. We kept fighting. We never gave up. So all the glory belongs to God. He's the one that brought me through.
Where was the pain, Jameis?
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing through.
It was pain everywhere.
Reno Olave, Jarvis Landry,
Look at his
Michael
face, man.
Thomas, all of these guys have
I
reasons they
know.
wanted to have a good game. What does it mean to you to
Dude's
deliver that
crazy.
game to them?
They are the pieces to this puzzle. They are what made things go.
That's
so
right.
Get open. My job is to deliver them the ball. They got open. They executed when we needed them the most.
Exactly.
Going home with you?
Couple of them.
Congratulations.
And our offensive line showed out. Yeah.
Jawan Johnson got it.
Oh, my God.
The defense, man, they kept us in the game, honestly, and we just fought back and we played together.
Look at Jameis.
Look at him.
Congratulations, guys.
Dude's crazy, man.
I don't think crazy describes it, man. I don't think that dude should be walking around planet Earth next to people like you and I that are normal human beings. He just shouldn't.
Not unsupervised.
No, unsupervised. You're right.
Hey, man, the pain's everywhere. That's all I know.
It was
Pain
everywhere. I
That
mean,
was
would you hear Aaron Rodgers or Matthew Stafford or any quarterback in the league look you in the face and say the pain was everywhere?
No. Only that
Oh,
nigga
my
Jameis,
goodness.
man.
Man, crab legs. That dude is slow.
All I'm saying, that is a perfect sentence. I might name this episode of the Was It Falcons podcast off this
Pain
game.
everywhere.
The pain was everywhere because it was.
That dude, he is slow, man. He is slow. I think
He's crazy,
I think
man.
he's slow, man. That dude is slower than the Uvalde Police Department, dog.
Damn,
I hope that's
slow.
not too soon, but that dude is slow.
Oh, that is too soon, but I hear you. Oh, wow. All right, man. You listening to the What's Up Falcons podcast. Q, do you have a injury?
I do not have an injury report
Oh.
because I thought Hoop was going to send me one, and then I realized I never texted Hoop to say send it to me.
Oh, okay. It's all good. I don't know if there were any injuries. I think
I think there was an injury to a running back. We know that much.
Williams. Yeah, I think Williams definitely one of the running backs that was injured. So that's why another reason why CP had to carry the rock a lot more. But,
Which wasn't a bad thing because he delivered. I mean,
Yeah. So we kind of touched on this before, but I'll ask you again on this segment. I wanted to call it I think I'm going to actually put a video out on YouTube as just a video that I'll update every game, and we're going to call it the Ritter Watch. It's going to be the countdown of who got to guess the magic number before we see Ritter on the field. So do you think we're going to see him in a game? And then if you do, what game do you think he will be?
Man, all right. Let's start with the basics. Number one,
All right.
Marcus Mariota played a decent game for 3.5 quarters.
He did.
Number two, the schedule says don't put that rookie out there because you're going to break his heart when he has to go against Aaron Donaldson.
Uh,
you don't want to put him out here this coming
Right.
weekend.
yeah, he
And
won't be out there.
it's not getting. I mean, the schedule doesn't really let up for a while. I mean, there's a good chance we're starting 0-4. So I would say let's ride this Mariota train for at least what we got 17 games.
Yeah.
Let's give Mariota a good 6 to 7 under his belt before we even talk about Ritter.
Well, see, that was my answer too. I was thinking that we may see him by game 6.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Y'all let us know. Hey, Jeff, when you think we're going to see Ritter out there, if you're still there? Game 6, 7, sooner. Hit us up, everybody. Let us know when y'all think if we see Ritter, if Marcus doesn't switch it up a little bit, which I mean, he's going to do good, but I don't think he's going to be, I don't know. There's a reason why he's, we're his third team. But and I'll also put a little update Ritter Watch video out, and we'll keep it up to date every week after every game. So hopefully I'll have it up by the end of this game. I mean, this game coming up. So Q.
One question I got for you that I didn't research and didn't really notice too much during the game.
All right.
How did the offensive line do?
They did great.
Okay.
They did great. That's what I'm saying. Everybody did great. The offensive line did great. The defense front did great, man. Everyone did great. I mean, until the fourth quarter, I think Jameis was wearing out. I forgot what side of the offensive line. I think it's one of our new guys that we picked up. I think he picked the hole over there between that side and also the corners on that side, with AJ, he took advantage of that. But overall, the O-line was impressive, man. That's just it, Q. Everything we've complained about and saw throughout all these years, man, it looked like they had it together.
But only for 3+ quarters.
Yep. 3 quarters. But like I said, that falls back towards coaching, if you ask me. But yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, first game, it's the big game. We got to harp on it because of who it was and how it went down. If it been any other team we played, it wouldn't have been as bad.
Oh no! If it was the Jacksonville Jaguars and that happened, I would have not even been on the show tonight. Although Jacksonville did look pretty good over the weekend, I can't lie, they look decent. All the teams look decent. Even these Detroit Lions, I watched them on Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
seems like they got some new drive in them. It seems like they're going to be okay. God help us win more games than the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars this season. But even those guys, man, they're starting to turn the corner. Even Carolina, I mean, your boy Baker Mayfield trying to beat the Cleveland Browns. He almost pulled it off, man. I mean,
he was trying to prove a point.
Yeah, this division, I thought, I'll be honest with you. At halftime of the Falcons game, I thought to myself, I said, okay, Tampa Bay's going to win the division,
right?
Unless something just crazy happens. And I thought to myself, you know what, though, the Falcons can probably be the second best team in the division. I'm not saying they're going to go to the playoffs or anything like that, but I'm just saying the second best team in the division. But with the way Carolina showed out, and obviously New Orleans beating us, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's here we go. We're still back at nobody knows what's going to happen now.
Yeah, man, exactly. It's just like everything, all the momentum from off season, and all the hype we kept hearing, and then the great preseason. It's like all that just kind of went away, man. I'll repeat it again on what I said at the beginning of the podcast. It was a master class on how to lose a fan base in 3 hours.
But to me, it felt like it just happened so quickly. It just seemed like 1 minute we were looking good, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, 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 like just like,
yep.
I don't know, man. I still don't know.
Jameis got on his roll, man, and we were depleted, man. And Arthur Smith panicked. But We have another guest in the house, man. Well, not a guest. We have a regular. We got a homeboy from all the way over there on the West Coast,
My man.
my main man, Mr. Aries Falcon. What's up, Aries?
What's going on, fellas?
Trying to figure out what the hell happened, bro.
Love to hear your thoughts, Aries.
It was a collapse. Plain simple, point blank. No way around it. No sugarcoating. It was a collapse.
Right.
Mariota made a crucial fumble in the red zone at fourth quarter, so it was just, it was a collapse. But I mean, for the most part, they performed a lot better than I thought they would. So,
right. Yeah, man, we pretty much said the same thing, man. I mean,
I just thought of something I've been wanting to say.
go ahead.
Does anybody feel like Marcus Mariota made plays out there that Matt Ryan couldn't have made, especially with his legs?
Without a doubt.
I think so too.
Yeah, of course, without a doubt. I mean, he ran for a couple first downs that Matt Ryan wouldn't have. He would have tried to force the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Into somewhere that it shouldn't have been. So with Marcus Mariota being able to run, I mean, he's not the runner he was when he first came into the league, but he's still got the wheels.
Way better than what we had before.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I wanted to touch on that part about you said about the Rams. I mean, starting 0-4. I don't think so. Because the defense for the Saints is a lot better, in my opinion, than the Rams are. The Rams lost some key points in their defense. Jalen Ramsey is not the corner he was 5-6 years ago.
I agree with that.
So when you think about it, he's going to be either on Kyle Pitts or Drake.
Right.
He's not going to be able to keep up with that. Not for all four quarters.
But you got that defensive pressure coming from that defensive line they got.
But who are the standouts on that defensive line other than Aaron Donald?
I mean, that's all you need. I think he's gonna,
you can double him.
Double team. Yeah, but
you can double him.
That's gonna leave somebody.
Yeah, but who is the other standout on that defense that can handle their one-on-ones?
I mean, I can't really name anybody, but I think they're going to game plan good enough to beat this Falcons team.
They're going to game plan to.
Our defense was our O-line was good enough to hold.
Yeah.
The Saints, which I believe have a better defensive front than the Rams. So. With that aspect, with that in mind, you can say this game against the Rams is probably winnable. It's winnable.
I think it's winnable with playing the Rams, but is it winnable playing ourselves?
That's a good question.
You can't really put it like that because that team feels just as bad as we do by letting that shit go, and to think that they're going to come out and perform the same way.
I don't think they're going to do that, but I'm worried, Aries, that for the reasons you just said, that they might overdo it again and tire themselves out again, like they did this game.
No, they really didn't tire themselves out. It was just.
No, they look tired.
Jameis made some good throws in that fourth quarter. The over the shoulder, the back shoulder throw to Thomas, both of them were damn good. They were on the money. I mean, you can't deny that. They were good throws. There was no way you could have stopped that pass because it was just on point.
But they did for 3 quarters at first, and then when they went soft and let up, they gave him his rhythm. When
they switched to that defense, which I'm sitting in the bar saying like I'm like this prevent defense is gonna fucking kill us.
Yep.
And dude next to me was like, "No, y'all good. You know what I'm saying? I said, "You don't know my team, bro."
That is true. Statement of the year right there. I don't say anybody not know our team anymore.
I mean, it was just, but Dan P's that pressure was just 4 against the Saints.
Yeah.
So with the Rams front line, which they're missing their Hall of Famer, Pro Bowl Man of the Year, offensive lineman Wilk Ford. And the dude who's in there to replace him, watching that game against the Bills, he was sloppy.
But I think that the issue is that's a really good Bills team. That's a really good Bills team.
It is.
And we're nowhere near the Bills level.
No. The Bills has a really good defense as far as secondary, but that front line got improved because they added Von Miller. So they added Von, so they were able to get the pressure because it frees up their man from double coverage. But with us, that pressure can come from anywhere, so they can't double just one person and be like, okay, we're good all game. That pressure can only be able to rush 4 against the Saints and get sacks. Dan P knows what he's doing with his defense. I think it's headed in the right direction. I mean, you can get a couple pieces, a couple more pieces here and there. Like I said, with Matt coming off the books, it frees up a lot of, a lot of cap space. The Falcons are going to have just over $100 million in the next season. So
that's what I was going to say, Aries. It looked like it might be a little depth issue on the defense as well.
They have situational players on that team.
Mm-hmm.
So not really depth because they have the depth. They just don't they don't have the skill levels. So you have to get that premier pass rusher here and there to sit next to Grady. Like if we had Von Miller, then that defense is totally different. Totally different. So they just need those skill players to come in and get the job done.
I guess those boys from Africa were looking pretty good.
No, they are nice. They are nice. Dude,
they were getting to it, man. They were like,
and then on the other hand, you look on the other side of the ball. You look at the offense. Marcus Mariota has to spend more time making his reads. He would look at the first read and it'll be covered, and he would take off. It was a few times in that game where Drake London was wide open, but he didn't make his reads. So, I mean, Drake ended up with like 74, 75 yards. He could have had well over 100.
What did Drake have? He had 74 yards, yeah.
Yeah, he would have had well over 100 had Mariota been able to sit in the pocket and make and go through his progressions. But he would see the first covered and boom, run. That's one of the things I didn't like about picking him up, because he doesn't make the reads. He'd rather run than look. You know what I'm saying? Right. Look at a DB off or use his eyes and not his legs.
So you think he's going to fix all this in a few days and beat the Rams on Sunday?
No, I'm not gonna say he's gonna fix all that in a few days, but I know they're gonna watch the tape and that they're gonna see what he did wrong. So, with that, it's some things will change next week.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he targets Drake more. I mean, Pitts needs the ball more.
Pitts definitely needs the ball more.
Can I just say one thing that we're overlooking?
What's that?
The same crew that brought him in here is the same crew that benched him in Tennessee. So let's just not forget about that.
Oh, you mean Arthur Smith and?
Yeah, I mean that's why they brought him here. Is he knew the offense, but that was only 3-4 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So
okay, so he got benched because he played poorly, but we're talking three,
He had
4
a he
years
had
ago.
he had a really good game against the Falcons, but then we
Yeah, I
haven't.
mean,
But then he hasn't seen any.
we're talking 3, 4 years ago.
He hasn't started a game since until then.
So because he went to the Raiders, you're not going to start him over Carr, point blank.
Right, but he never even that season. I mean, he never even came back and got another starting chance.
Because he was behind Carr. He was signed as a backup.
No. I'm talking about in Tennessee, that season that he lost his starting job. He beat us in like week 3, and then like week 5, he was benched.
We were trash. But Tannehill has proven he's a way better quarterback.
Right.
He's way better.
All right. I just feel like it's crazy that you bench a guy, and then you
bench a
wait
guy for the better player.
and then you wait 3 years and say, oh, he's older, and then we're going to bring him back and try all this again. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it kind of sounds crazy, but it could work. I'm not saying it's not going to work.
Because people don't grow over time, right, Q?
I mean, he would grow if he had some more starting experience, but he never really got any snaps in a real game after that.
So nobody sitting on the bench for a year or two learns from the quarterback who's obviously way better than them, and then finally takes a lead.
I mean,
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, like rookies, people that never
Aaron Rodgers.
never
Aaron
started.
Rodgers got on the bench for 3 years.
But you're talking about guys that never started, never played, never got benched.
Well, would you say this, Aries, if we didn't have Arthur Smith as our coach and we got rid of Matt Ryan, you think we would have still
we wouldn't have signed Marcus Mariota.
Exactly.
The only reason why they brought in Marcus is because of Arthur Smith. He knows him. Mariota knows the offense. He's trying to run. You keep going back to this bench like it's a big deal. Like it's not that big of a deal. He got benched. A lot of quarterbacks get benched.
I mean, name another quarterback that sat on the bench for 4 years and then came back after 4 years and had a breakout season. I would give you Michael. I would give you Michael Vick going to prison.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Back to the
Eagles.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitzmagic.
I rest my case.
Fitzpatrick. I don't even.
I rest my case.
I'm on the fence about that one because I don't know where's Fitzpatrick at right now. I think he's commentating.
He retired because he's played 15 years.
Okay. I was just putting out a point. If you think this dude can be benched, because sit on the bench for 4 years and then
I counted your point too.
Yeah, I'm saying if you think this guy can sit on the bench for 4 years and then get a second chance after 4 years,
I can see if he went to a team like a team like the New York Giants or the Jets and was still benched, but he went to Oakland, sat behind Carr. He's not the whole deal. The whole thing of him being signed in Oakland was for him to be a backup. That was his primary role. He was not signed to come in and to take Carr's job. He was signed as a backup, so his job was to sit the bench.
Right. I get it. I'm just saying he lost his job early in the season in Tennessee
to a better quarterback.
And we haven't seen much of him since then. So I just don't really know how he's gotten that progression that you think that he has, because how are you going to progress if you are not seeing real live starting defenses in person for 4 seasons? I mean,
I see what you're saying.
Let me ask you this, Q. Have you ever played football?
Yeah, I played football. I played with hoop.
Okay, so you know about film study and tape and going through practice and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get better. You need the game experience to understand the speed of the game, but he's had that. So the only way he can get better is to watch and learn and to pick up how defenses play. That's how you get better. He has to learn how to play better. It's not being on the field. He's got to learn how to play better. And being the backup in Oakland has hopefully helped him with that.
How long was he in the league before he got benched?
3 years.
Okay.
But he went from being drafted to starting. A lot of quarterbacks don't do that.
But a
Patrick
lot of
Mahomes
quarterbacks
sat,
do
Patrick
that.
Mahomes sat a year.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers sat 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Matt
Aries, let me
Ryan
ask,
sat.
Jackson almost sat a full year. So he got the experience. So these quarterbacks that I'm mentioning has got their experience from watching the quarterback in front of them and to being in the rooms and watching tape. When you
And prior,
when you throw a rookie quarterback out there, 9 times out of 10 it does not go well.
But prior to him getting benched, who was he watching in front of him? I guess I'm not understanding that point.
When he was drafted, he started day one. He didn't have nobody in front of him.
Right.
but you saying after that.
For 3 years. And then you think Derek Carr taught him something?
Who's the better quarterback?
I mean, who knows? Derek Carr's.
No. In your opinion, out of Marcus Mariota and Derek Carr, who's better?
I really have no idea because I feel like Derek Carr is still early in the league too, and I'm still waiting to see what he's going to do because I'm quite frankly not impressed by Derek Carr.
Derek Carr has been in the league for 6 years. What are you talking about?
I'm not impressed by Derek Carr. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's better than his brother.
All right.
That's your argument. He's better than his brother.
He's better than his brother. The whole reason why he fell so low because they were scared of him being like his brother.
What has Derek Carr done since he's been in the league? I mean, last year was a disaster. This year, we'll see what happens. But
so the whole team rests on the quarterback's shoulders.
No, I'm not saying all that. I mean, we were just talking about talking about Marcus Mariota and who he's had to learn from.
But you keep trying to make these points, but then you don't back them up with what you said prior.
I think I am backing them up. I'm just not trying to eat you alive, but I'm basically saying
you
said Marcus Mariota is gonna learn from people he sat behind, but I'm like, who is he gonna learn from? Who is he learning from in Tennessee? And is Derek Carr going to teach anything Marcus Mariota doesn't already know?
He started day one. Who did he had to teach him in Tennessee? He started day one. He had to learn on the fly.
Yeah, and right now, Matt Ryan is shaking his head like, "Yeah, I got to learn on the fly."
Matt Ryan's a 12-year vet. Come on now.
But he started day one.
Like I said, it's very rare that you get a quarterback that happens.
Baker Mayfield
is trash, bro. The fuck you talking about? He was trash when he came out.
I bet you they'll beat us. We'll split with them at least this year.
And then you talking about how the Browns, they're playing the Browns team with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback. Like I'm surprised they didn't win that game.
All right, we're getting off topic. I'm just trying to figure out who Marcus Mariota is learning from on the bench.
Well,
who did he learn from in Tennessee? And
I got a question.
And obviously, David Carr's not teaching him anything he doesn't already know because.
Since we're talking about Marcus Mariota in areas you wouldn't hear earlier, do you think I'm doing a thing called the Ritter Watch? I'm predicting we're going to put Ritter in at least by game 6. What do you think?
I hope not, because if he's watching who's ahead of him, I hope he's not watching Marcus Mariota.
Oh, wow. Do you think he's going to get benched? I mean, get sit down and Ritter come in?
It's too early to even make that call after week 1.
That's the same thing I said, but
I would say that normally
it's too early to make that call after week 1. I'm not going to make that. Now give me to what I'm saying to the third game so I can see, because after week 1 it's like, okay, we got to go back to the film room and see what I did wrong and change some shit around.
Well,
he's got it.
Well, I think the biggest thing though that has everyone upset is the fumble, man. it's not like he was a rookie. If Ritter had did that, he's a rookie and all that. But like we were saying about
No,
Marcus,
that's no excuse for that. There's no excuse whether
right?
it was Marcus Mariota
That fumble
or
reminded me of Matt Sanchez butt fumble.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember
Yeah.
that Matt Sanchez butt fumble? That's
Yeah.
what it reminded me of. I just laughed about
But I hear you, and I hear you, Aries. But it's you can understand the fan base.
man, look, I get it, but a lot of these, a lot of the fans are fair weather anyway.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
So,
but everyone's just mad because it's not the fact that we lost the game. We should have won that game. We
How we
did
lost
win
it.
that. It's how we lost it and who we lost it to. And we had them on their asses for 3 quarters. And it's just like you said earlier, it collapsed. And it had to do with a fucked up play by Marcus, bad coaching, if you ask me.
I don't even think the plays by
I
Marcus
can't even
really.
say it was the coaching. I can't even say it was the coaching because the coaching can only take you so far.
Right.
You don't feel like we did the same thing we always do, go soft in the fourth and give up big chunks of yardage, which ends up turning into touchdowns?
Because it's got to come down to the players as well. And
the players were tired, though, man. They were gassed. I heard
they were relaxed. They were relaxed.
Why?
They saw the score. They saw the scoreboard, and they were relaxed. No, it was not fatigue.
You don't think it was fatigue? Okay.
If it was, I couldn't tell. But it was a lot of them playing play. I saw a DB stand still when the ball was hyped. The receiver ran past him, and then that's when he decided to run. Like, no, why aren't you backpedaling? You have to get up to speed, because if you're just standing flat-footed, the receiver's going to blow right by you. So, a lot of the players, they seem relaxed.
Here's another thing that drove me nuts. Taysom Hill comes into the game. He lines up at quarterback. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a wildcat play. Why did you not stop that play? Why didn't somebody hit him in his fucking mouth? How did that dude spring for all those yards? I'm like, what they're doing when they bring him into the game.
Q, I'm glad you brought that up, because that was one of my topics, man. We still don't have an answer for Taysom Hill. How many years has it been? And we still don't have an answer for this dude.
Yeah.
It's a whole different squad now, and we still do not have an answer for Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we should have shut him down the moment he came in. Somebody should have been spying him and just cut him off. But we were talking about who got the stiff arm. That's who got the stiff arm. AJ Terrell got a nasty stiff arm from Taysom Hill. That's who it was.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, AJ didn't have a good game at all.
No, but that stiff arm he got was it was ugly.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we can rant about this and talk about it, but I think overall we did see the positives of what this team can do if they can clean this up,
I agree.
And like I said, I was seeing it a little bit in preseason, but I think we all got to see it in 3 quarters. So I guess that's a little bit of a, half glass, half empty or full.
Yeah.
Overall, but
unfortunately, though, I think the schedule just gets in our way now for a little bit. But who knows? Who knows? We shall see.
Well, speaking of which, so the next game is Sunday, man, and is it Cleveland?
No, it's the Rams.
The Rams. Why did I put Cleveland? Yeah, we're playing the Rams. We're going out to LA.
We do have Cleveland, I think, like week 4 or something like that. So Cleveland is coming up soon, but it's the Rams.
So we're playing the Rams, man. The Rams got embarrassed, so they're pissed off. We got embarrassed, so we're pissed off. Should be an interesting game. Who you guys rolling with?
I don't think it's going to be interesting at all. I think the Rams are going to jump on us from beginning to end. Defending Super Bowl champs. They see the Falcons on the schedule. They know after losing that game to the Bills, you got to come back and put your fan base on notice that, hey, we're okay. It was just one game. Let it go. I think the Rams beat up on us. I'd take the Rams by probably at least 14 points.
Wow. What about you, Aries?
I took Atlanta by 7.
Atlanta by 7.
Now this is the same Aries that took New Orleans the last time we talked. You were the only person, Rock, that took the Falcons.
Oh, I was wondering. I wasn't
No,
sure if
I don't know.
Aries.
I went with the Falcons week one.
I thought he did.
No.
Yeah. It's like you better go and play that back.
All right, we'll have to play the tape back.
I thought two people. There was only three of us on the call. I thought two of us took New Orleans and one took the the Falcons, and I thought it was Rock.
I'll have to play the tape back. I'll play the tape back, and if it's wrong, then I'll add it in the show for next week.
Okay.
But well, I think hopefully from what I saw, I think hopefully they learn their lessons after Arthur Smith all pissed off this week and cursing out the media.
So Rock, you're telling me you think the Falcons are going to bounce back this week against the Super Bowl champs, against Matthew Stafford, who could beat us when he was playing for the last time he played us, he was a Lion and he beat us, right? Remember that game?
I remember, but that was a whole different squad, though. It was a whole different squad, but that doesn't seem to matter anymore.
But now he's playing for the Rams, a much better team, and we're still doing the same thing we've done since the Super Bowl, giving away fourth quarter leads. So
yeah.
I just want to hear you say it, Rock, because I respect you. I think you're a smart young man. But go ahead and say it so we can put it out there.
I'm gonna say it. You know why? Because the name of this show. Do you see the name of the show? It's called the What's Up Falcons podcast, man. We roll the Falcons here.
Yeah, but in parentheses it says, "Don't be crazy, fool."
I'm rolling with the birds. I think. I mean, if they're beating themselves, if they can, I think they're going to really fix that. And I think we have a good shot. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Like Aries said, by 7. I say a field goal. I don't know.
So you're taking the Falcons by 7. He's taking the Falcons by 7. You're taking the Falcons by a field goal, and I'm taking the Rams by 14. You know what? You know what? I changed my mind. Give me the Rams by 10.
Rams by 10. Whoa! All right.
By 10. Yeah.
All right.
I think Vegas has a line already at 13.5 or something like that. So
Wow. All right, man. Well, what do y'all think, man? Let us know. Hit us up at What's Up Falcons, man.
Eric, so where's the game at? It's in Atlanta?
No, it's in LA.
It's in LA. Right. That's what I thought.
That's why I said 4. That's why I said 4, man. Oh, before we go, did y'all see that damn hype video the Falcons put out?
No, I'm glad I didn't see it. Because at the end of it, you got to have Jameis eating a W.
There was this rapper, man. I don't know who the hell this guy is. But
he's an actor from Power.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
Does he live in Atlanta? Or is he from Atlanta or Georgia or anything?
I think he lives in Atlanta. He's British, so
that explains it.
And I heard that he's actually not a Falcons fan. He was a Giants fan. But anyway, this fool did a hype video.
Motherfuckers do anything for money.
and a lot of people ain't happy about it, man. Even T.I. is not happy about it,
Man, forget T.I.'s old ass, man.
But you got, those guys rep the team, man. T.I.
You don't have the video to play right now, do you?
Yes, I do.
Can we get maybe 20 seconds of it?
Here, let me pull it up right here.
While he's pulling it up, hey, Q, don't forget. Just like you said, this was Marcus Mariot's first start, and I don't what in how many years. So, kind of chalk that up to into nervous. Him being nervous.
I think they had a good game plan going into the game. I don't know if you heard the stat I mentioned earlier. They had 38 rushing attempts. When's the last time you saw an NFL team rush the ball 38 times in one game? So they had a good game plan for Marcus, but obviously,
right.
I mean, it was the defense. And, I don't think they're going to run the ball 38 times next week against the Rams. I think they're going to fall behind and have to throw it. So you're putting even more pressure on Marcus. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I'll play this video, but T.I. sent a message to the Falcons about this dude. He said, look at here. He said, this what it's supposed to hit like. Y'all need some help. Hit us. So it's a picture of T.I., Luda, and who's that dude on the right?
Young Jeezy.
Young Jeezy. Oh, that's Jeezy. Okay. He's like, he's just saying, not this garbage. So I'll play a few seconds of this and see so we can see what it.
Oh my goodness, I haven't seen this yet. I want a good laugh.
All right, let me see if I can get it going.
Aries, remind me to ask you one thing too before we go after this.
Supposed to play. Here it is.
Red, black, and white, yeah. We gon' rise up. ATL, that city. We gon' higher. Red, black, and white, yeah. We gon' rise up. We gon' rise up.
Man, whose jersey does he have on?
Number 7. Who is that? Is that Pitts?
No, that's
No.
cool.
Oh, it's cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember he got Michael Vick's old jersey number. Did Cool miss a field goal too?
Yeah, but
No.
it was it got blocked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he
was
got blocked at 63-yarder. I don't
Yeah.
blame him for that though. You get to kick that ball different than you do a normal field goal to drive it that distance. So,
Had
Yeah.
he got that kickoff, it goes in.
Yeah.
but those long ones, they say they start low.
If he had
So-
got that kick, man, Koo would have been the man. He would have been the face of the franchise for real. In my book.
Oh yeah, I agree. Okay, before we go, fellas, Aries, I got to
All
ask you one thing. Did you see the Jameis Winston interview?
Nah, I don't watch his shit. I don't watch that junk, man.
Rocky, you play it real quick for Aries, so
No,
we can just
I'm
get his
not. I'm
thoughts real
not
quick.
watching that. I'm not watching that. I'll
No,
bow out right now.
no. It's not even
Give
that.
it just
I
how
don't want to see him. Period. I hate Jameis. To me, he's still trash.
Right. He is trash. And this video, this interview, it's only like 30 seconds, but it proves to you how big of a knucklehead we lost to because he didn't say anything that made any sense at all. I think it's worth a listen, and then your thoughts
I really,
afterwards.
I don't want to hurt my head trying to figure out what the hell you're trying to say.
Just Rock, just play it real quick and let Aries
Come on,
give us
Aries,
just give us your thoughts on it real quick.
don't dart, Aries. Don't dart, man.
If you don't bust out laughing during the interview, I'm going to be very surprised because I laughed at it twice.
He's an idiot. And I might use it as a soundbite too. Hold on.
You went into the medical tent at one
Here you go,
point,
Aries.
came back out 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. What was the difference for you guys?
I just started praying. I was in pain, but I trust my teammates. We kept fighting. We never gave up. So all the glory belongs to God. He's the one that brought me through.
Where was the pain, Jameis?
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing through.
Gino Lave, Jarvis
Pain
Landry,
everywhere.
Michael
It's
Thomas,
pain
all these
everywhere.
guys have reasons that they
He's
wanted
an
to have a good
idiot.
game. What does it mean
No,
to
my
you to
goodness.
deliver that game to them?
They are the pieces to this puzzle.
God.
They are what make things go. So they get open. My job is to deliver them the ball. They got open. They executed when we needed them the most.
That ball going home with you?
Couple of them.
You can stop it, Rock.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, he's an idiot. He's a complete idiot.
Aries, what do you think about the statement? You went into the tent. Where was the pain? It was pain. It was pain everywhere.
Pain everywhere.
Pain everywhere.
It was everywhere. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I don't think Aries is listening. But I want to thank y'all for checking us out here at the What's Up Falcons podcast. Don't forget to check us out, man, at at sportsdrink.org and anywhere you get your podcasts. And we're on YouTube as well. So stream us on YouTube. And shouts out to Jazzy Jeff Real Talk Sports for jumping in earlier in the stream. We appreciate that. And all right, fellas. Well, I think that's it. Hopefully this team has learned its lesson, and we'll talk about a W next week, hopefully.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys.
Peace.
That is it. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, Aries.